guys, it's me, Jane. Welcome back to the channel. February seems to be a popular month to get wed. I've seen weddings come up in my social media feed a lot lately, and I myself have recently attended a wedding, and so I was inspired to do an updated wedding day perfumes list for you ladies out there who are tying the knot very soon and could not decide on a wedding day perfume yet. I've put together a list of wedding day worthy perfumes that are perfect to make your day even more special. I have a similar 2021 video inspired by my wedding anniversary. Those fragrances remain my recommendation, so for more options, please catch that video if you haven't yet. I will make sure to link it here and down below in the description. I know you're here for the list. These come in no particular order. These are all my faves, and so without further ado, let's get right to the fragrances. 1957, not a new perfume. This launched in 2019, an Olivier Paul's creation, and this belongs to Chanel's exclusive line of fragrances. This though is a new addition to my collection. This, you guys, is the clean musk of my dreams. If I were to get married now, I feel like this would make my top 3. What surprised me the most is that in spite of the predominant powdery vibe of this perfume, and you know I don't do powdery much, I love this. This is an irisy, womanly, almost makeup-y kind of powderiness, but it's not heavy or weighed down. This is bright, almost effervescent, a little sweet, a little floral, clean, almost soapy, but cashmere, soft and fluffy. Like imagine the wedding veil enveloping the bride, showing off a little bit but hiding some just the same. This scent is going to envelop you in the most amazing scent you can possibly walk down the aisle with. This is elegant and demure and just perfect for walking down the aisle. What more can I say? Chanel 1957. Fleur de Portofino. This was handpicked by my husband. I asked him to pick one single scent he'd like to smell on me should we get married again. And it is this perfume out of about 100 different bottles he picked. He said he forever wants to lose himself in this scent. And this is Fleur de Portofino. Ladies, you seriously have to consider this perfume. Getting married or not, you have to have this. This is one underrated gem from Tom Ford, a Portofino flanker that leans ultimately feminine, and might I add, one of the longer lasting ones in this Azure line, and the sillage on initial spray is enormous. There's a multitude of notes on this one, but essentially this is a refreshing citrus laced with exotic white florals that dominate the trail. There's a tiny bit of animalic touch, just the right amount to keep this fragrance interesting and unique and alluring at the same time, still very much elegant. This is pricey. Yes, it's Tom Ford, but I'd say this is one unforgettable wedding day perfume for you ladies. The scent trail you leave behind as you walk down the aisle will leave a mark on everyone, and there's no price for that. That's Tom Ford, Fleur de Portofino. This is another underrated gem. Thinking back to when I first reviewed the Miller Harris Discovery set, this left me wondering how lovely it would be to overspray such an amazing scent. 2 ml spray samples aren't exactly meant for overspraying, so when this went half price off at the website last December, I just had to get me a bottle of Secret Gardenia, and now I have it here in 14 ml travel spray. Well, this travel spray bottle looks rather plain, and just like any other, the full bottle looks like this was intended and meant for a bride, with an opaque, dirty white full bottle, the color of most wedding dresses, and gold cap and lettering reminds me a lot of traditional wedding invitations. What this is an airy, watery, white floral perfume, predominantly gardenia, but essentially an array of white florals, some jasmine, probably some tuberose, some ilang-ilang thrown in, with a citrusy undertone, and then mellows down to a lovely, powdery, musky scent on skin. On first spray, this will bring you back to a summer wedding you might have attended. It's a venue full of white florals with luscious, fresh citruses in the air. If you have a way to sample this perfume and you're looking for an amazing option for a wedding day perfume, this should be on your list. Secret Gardenia by Miller Harris. Probably the only rose-dominant perfume in this list, Delina La Rose, with its dainty pastel pink translucent bottle, speaks about this once innocent, playful little girl now about to walk down the aisle to meet the man of her dreams and create a life together. The playfulness lingers on in the sweet vanillic undertone. Vanilla is not in the notes, but this sure has some of the original Delina's sweet vanilla base, minus the incense and the resins, replaced by a little bit of vetiver and some woods for some depth. I will wear Delina or Delina exclusive as a wedding guest, but this I will wear as a bride. This isn't as polarizing. Imagine the younger sister of Delina coming of age. If you're to begin with a Delina lover but find it too strong or too much for your wedding day, this is perfect for you. Everyone catching wafts of this perfume will remember you and your perfect day. Delina is such an unforgettable DNA in my humble opinion. Parfums de Marlis, Delina La Rose. Moon Carnival. I am personally picking this one as my top, although this isn't a ranked video, but well, I gotta have a favorite. So this is my top wedding day perfume to wear as a bride if I were to wed today. Among the perfumes in this list, this is probably the most whimsical of them all. This is citrus plus an array of white florals once again, but it's the marshmallow note that for me makes this scent so pillowy and soft and cocooning and ethereal and different from all the rest here. Again, another underrated gem. I personally was not going to like this based off of the notes alone, but my goodness, when I tried this out in store for the very first time, I could not forget the scent that I literally went back to purchase me this bottle. So if you are averse to tuberose like me or is a closet white floral fan like me, get your nose on this one. Chances are you will find this amazing. For your special day, this will surely make for a memorable wedding day from Wilhelm Perfumery, Moon Carnival. Not a super fan of LV fragrances or LV in general, but this perfume is a big hit among us Filipinos for a reason. Apogeo de Parfum is a lily of the valley perfume, but so much more. This was one of the original Louis Vuitton perfumes launched way back in 2016 with Jacques Cavalier Belletrude as the perfumer. This opens very citrusy fresh with tangerine and orange, the kind that's definitely citrus but not too punchy. Then paving the way to a clean white floral heart composed of lily of the valley, magnolia, jasmine, and rose. This is the wedding-worthy part of this perfume, and then dries down to a musky woody base of guaiac, musk, and sandalwood. Smells very innocent and approachable and fresh and welcoming and airy and dreamy. There's a hint of leather somewhere that I pick up, like a tiny drop of animalic touch, enough to make this interesting. I smell this among the 7 original Louis Vuitton fragrances like a stamp or a watermark of the signature LV leather buried in here somewhere, which makes this very interesting and unlike any other white floral perfume. So if you love the likes of Dior Pure Poison, Dior Lucky, the Body Shop White Mask Glow, this is in the same general ballpark with a tiny hint of animalic leather. For you guys who own this or smell this before, do you also get the tiny hint of leather? Please put down a comment below. Walk down the aisle with poise and luxe in LV's Apogee. Next is Do Son Eau de Toilette. This is the Eau de Toilette. This is an ode to Diptyque's founder's childhood memory of Do Son Beach in Vietnam. Said to blend the smell of the sea and white florals, predominantly tuberose. I never thought I'd like tuberose this much, enough to get me a limited edition bottle. The tuberose here is the kind that melds the smell of all white florals we know. Some jasmine, magnolia, lily of the valley, but in a more sexy, sensual tuberose, carnal but not in a trashy carnal sort of way, more of a teasing carnal sort of way if you know what I mean. This is heavy on the white florals but not a heavy perfume per se. In fact, this is airy, just hefty on the white florals. So this is definitely one for the white floral lovers out there, but not quite, because I've never appreciated tuberose before this, but now I do. The perfect pairing for this is J'adore Huile Divine, which smells heavily of jasmine, and when combined with this one, wow, match made in heaven. This leaves a captivating trail as this warms up the skin. This smells all the more alluring and a perfect trail to leave behind as you walk down the aisle to your forever. If you've never smelled this one and you are a white floral fan, please do. I like the EDT much more than EDP. Longevity is great on this one, about 6 to 8 hours. Sillage and projection moderate to strong when oversprayed. Do Son Eau de Toilette. I have an honorable mention, a layering combination. In fact, the combo I wore to the wedding that inspired this video. Shout out, by the way, to Alea and Moy. What a lovely sunset wedding you guys had. Anyway, I wore Roja 51 Parfum layered with J'adore Huile Divine. This oil I am super obsessed with lately. As for 51 Parfum, I've featured this in the previous wedding day video I made, so please check it out if you haven't yet. So how I wore this combo was I sprayed the oil neck to upper chest, all over my arms and on both legs, essentially where the pulse points are. And then I went in with Roja 51 all over, spraying my clothes and the scarf I brought along. I then sprayed oil in my hand to apply to my curls. I wore my hair down in big curls, by the way. And you guys, I caught wafts of this in the air and wow, I myself was blown away. Plus, I only really resprayed 51 Parfum once right before the reception, and this was really just out of habit. The scent combination lasted me from 3 to 10 p.m. I just have to say that if you want to amplify and extend the life of your white floral perfumes, layer it with this J'adore dry body oil. You only need a little bit and it's like second skin, and somehow that heavenly floral jasmine becomes your own skin scent. That is it for my updated wedding day perfume, you guys. That's 7 plus 1 honorable mention plus a perfume body oil that I love to layer with. I hope you find the perfect perfume to wear to your wedding day if you are a soon-to-be bride. These are also perfect perfumes to wear as a wedding guest if you're attending a wedding anytime. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful somehow. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and click on the bell icon to be notified every single time a new video is posted. Share this to your friends who are on the hunt for a wedding day perfume, especially if they're from a similar climate or getting hitched during the warmer spring-summer season. These are, in my honest opinion, the perfect perfumes to wear. So stay safe and happy, and love you guys, smell your absolute best, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!